October update for the Google Pixel phones. Not here. And that's not a big surprise. Why? Because we're expecting Android 14 to be announced in 2 days. So I'm not sure what the availability is going to be. We're going to have to wait and see what happens there. But today is the first Monday of October, and you're probably looking at your phone going, oh, where's the update? Where's the update? And this just falls in line with what I expected last month. See, we were supposed to get Android 14 in September, and it didn't happen. And then we didn't get the quarterly feature drop. And yeah, there's kind of a lot of things that I'm a little upset with Google about right now, because they advertise that you get quarterly feature drops, but really they only give us 3 quarterly feature drops, and that's not a quarter. Like, quarter means 4, and we were supposed to get Android 14. So they tried to use Android 14 as the quarterly feature drop, and I guess you could call that a feature drop, but really that's just a new operating system update. And we're expecting that anyway. So they try to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone, but then of course they didn't deliver Android 14 this last month, and now here we are, the first Monday of October, and no update. So the whole thing with this is they try and move things around and make it sound better than it actually is. So I wish they'd change it and say it's not really a quarterly feature drop. You get a quarterly feature drop for 3 months out of the year, not 4. And now we're not getting this. We're not even getting the security patch today. So what I expect is we're going to get Android 14 to drop on October the 4th. Well, they're going to announce it anyway. And that's here. That's Wednesday. That's 2 days from now. And that's when we're going to see this whole update with the new Pixel 8, Android 14. They're going to talk about all that stuff. And then they'll tell us what day it's going to be available, which likely I expect it to be maybe like a week before the phones come out. It could even be the day the phones come out. I don't know what Google's going to do with it. But that's why you don't have an update today. Because once again, they're using another opportunity to, I don't know, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. Because for the longest time it was, okay, the first Monday of the month, and then they really have fallen quite short of that, and then we didn't get the security, like no security patch today, we're not getting the quarterly feature drop last month, and now we get Android 14 whenever it comes out this month. And that's cool, I like Android, I'm glad we're going to get Android 14, and it's something that's going to launch with the Pixel 8 and all that great stuff, but it really just kind of rubs me the wrong way when it's something that's advertised as a monthly thing, a quarterly thing, and then neither one of them happen. And we've not had a lot of good reliability with it. Even when we had the quarterly feature drop, the 2 previous ones this year, they both had bugs. They both had features that weren't available for a lot of people when they dropped. They had issues, and they didn't come out until weeks later. They weren't even on time. So that's one thing that I hope that Google really fixes this year with Android 14 and with the Pixel 8 series phones. They need to get more reliable with their updates. They need to deliver them whenever they are supposed to, and they need to be timely. And that's something we really haven't experienced. We're going on the 3rd year of the Google Tensor platform. And this is the last year they're going to be supporting any Snapdragon processors with their operating system updates. So that's kind of where we're at now. This was the whole push, was to get everything on the Tensor platform so we had more reliability, better long-term support, all those great things. And that's what we're expecting to see. Whenever the phone drops and we have the announcement in 2 days, everyone's expecting that they're going to say, hey, our operating system updates and security patches will be supported longer. And if they push that to 5 years, like I'd like to see 5 and 5. I think 5 years of operating system updates, 5 years of security patches, I think that would set a really good standard. And then, of course, you'll see Samsung follow behind that in January or February when their new phone comes out. But, yeah, that's what I'm kind of expecting. But are you really getting that level of support? Because Samsung has been kicking their butt here lately whenever it comes to software updates and security patches and things like that. So Google, they make Android and they make the Pixel phones. They really should be leading from the front, not watching from the back seat of the bus while everybody else gets off first in front of them. So those are just some of the things that I was thinking about. But yeah, if you're checking your phone for an update today, don't expect it. It's not there. And I wouldn't expect it to show up. Maybe they'll push it out Monday next week. I don't know. And that's just the thing with Google. They're so inconsistent with the way they do things. There's not a level of predictability here. It's, well, I think maybe, I mean, I could throw darts at the calendar and that would probably be more accurate than any predictions. But hey, Android 14, the Pixel 8, it's going to be exciting here in 2 days. And I'm excited. there's a lot of things I'm excited about the Pixel 8, especially we'll be able to look in the rearview mirror for the Pixel 7. No more Tensor G2. Hopefully no more heating problems. Hopefully no more bad battery. Hopefully no more, like the Tensor G2 experience and the Pixel 7 has not been the greatest in the world. It started off with a lot of promise, and then Google just kind of befuddled things like they do. But at least it was better than the Pixel 6, right? And that's kind of the thing. I think there's a little bit of shell shock whenever it comes to Google customers and the expectations not being met. You would think that this plan would fall out a little bit better. Like I said, their whole plan was to try and do everything like Apple. They want to be the Apple of Android, which that's great, but Apple's more reliable, I think. They want to get their own chip, their own phone, their own hardware, and they make their software. So they want to be the premier experience whenever it comes to Android, and they just, I don't think, have shown up and done that. And I think Samsung has been doing a lot better job in that regard. So let's see if finally this year is a year that it takes off and gets more traction. I'm excited about the Tensor G3. I hope that we have a better modem. I hope we have better signal. And I'm really excited about the camera updates. This year has been kind of exciting for camera updates. We got the new 200 megapixel camera in Samsung. We got the new 48 megapixel sensor and the cool things that Apple is doing. And this is the quickest turnaround from what we've seen with Google as far as it comes to camera. We're supposed to get a new camera in the Pixel 8. That means that the Pixel 7 camera, 2 years old now, and it's been a good camera. I think the Pixel 7 and 6 series phones have done excellent work with the camera, but moving into this next frontier, Tensor G3, premier level AI, computational photography, and all that stuff, and then bam, new camera hardware. So I expect probably there might be a little bit of tweaking that has to go on in the first couple of months, maybe a software update or two to optimize it. That just seems kind of how things have gone with cameras lately, but I think that it'll help reestablish that, okay, the Google Pixel is the premier phone for taking photos. Now let's get the software experience to be where it can be premier, and then we'll be talking. I mean, they've been doing some good things. Actually, over the last year, their shipments are the only ones that went up, whereas basically every other smartphone manufacturer shipments went down. And if you take a look over in Japan, they're actually, I think, like the number 2 Android phone or something over there. They're doing great things in Japan. I don't know what it is, but over in Japan, they love them some Pixel phones. So that's really cool. I'd also like to see the Google Pixel phones get into more markets. I hear this every year. Anytime I make a Pixel phone video, anytime there's a launch, I have people in the comments, not available in my country, not available in my country. And I hope that part 3 of this Tensor strategy and project is more deployment into more countries, so that way more people can enjoy the Google Pixel experience. But that's all I got in this video. That's why you don't have an update. I don't expect to see the security patch until they drop Android 14 this month. I just don't see them dropping one for Android 13 and then 2 days later going, ta, here's Android 14, guys. So just sit there, stay patient. We'll see what happens. But just another frustration when it comes to the Google Pixel platform, right? So that's all I got. If you have any questions or comments, of course, please go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found this helpful, if you like the Pixel videos, you're in the right place. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more of them coming this month. Hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. And that's all I got. So as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.